Okay, geez, I did not know it was that serious. Okay, apparently people were really liking the blocky avatar, so I'll just keep it till people want me to swap it. But, hello everybody, it's me, and in this video, we are going to be taking a look at a showcase that I saw two people suggest, which is Restrictive Shield Himber. Now, I think I'm going to be doing a lot of restrictive showcases. If there's any restrictive mod that you want me to showcase, just let me know, and just know that I read everything you guys say. So don't worry if you think it's being ignored. I read all the comments. But today we're going to be trying this out. So of course we have a restrictive shield here, and we're going with a straight offensive one. Now my thought process was, I don't see any reason to make this thing. There's two things you're doing when you have a restrictive item. You are either one, pivoting, or two, you are going for straight damage, just wanting to be a little bit bulkier. And Himber falls into the second category, where it's just trying to deal damage, but it also gets a lot of bulk from the restrictive shield. My reasoning for not wanting to use this thing, like, defensively, is just because its defensive options aren't, like, I don't know, like, you could run, like, Icicle Trap, bulk up on other sets, but the restrictive shield is separate because it's just going for huge damage off rip. And it also gives you an excuse to just run 4 attacking moves, which you have Ice Hammer, Earthquake, Rogue Assault, and Spike Rush. We are only here to be throwing out crazy amounts of damage and just generally being a nuisance. And because of our restrictive shield, we're going to be able to tank ranged hits that otherwise we normally would not be able to. And of course, our Awakening boosting our stab from 25 to 50. And then the TPs, they literally never change for Himber because they're just so simple. 200 health, so you're as bulky as physically possible. 200 melee attack, so you have as much melee attack as possible and hit as hard as possible. 20 energy, so you get to 250 energy. And then the last 80 can really go anywhere, though actually, on that off chance that we run into another Himber, let's just give this a bit more speed. And also, oh my god, why am I surprised I don't have shards? You know what? It's fine. We want to underspeed them, right? Not really. But yeah, I'm stuck. So hopefully you all enjoy. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, here we go into the first one. Ooh, we're not bad at all here. We really just need to take down the Tsukame, and we should be all good. I do like Eleanor here. It's not awful. I'm gonna go Waba. I do also like Dorogo, but we kind of have to get rid of Vio if we want Dorogo to do stuff. Because Dorogo can definitely carry this game if I have Ace. I can do this. And then if I go with Wrestlin', their only real swaps are Tsugame and Obelast. And if it's Obelast, we can go Himber, but then Obelast makes Tsukame come in. So this is a hazard game. We 100% need our hazards up. So if we go with this, we could go bulk up shenanigans to just stay in until we die. I can see that happening. So I'm honestly fine with this. This is kind of a scary little thing. It's going to be like a lot of my offense versus a lot of his offense. So let's see how this is going to go. Alright, but there's Land Torch. Oh no. We're just going to leave. We need to get hazards up though, somehow. We need to figure out how we want to do that. Bum ba dum bum. Yeah, I hope everyone is having a good day. Pyrokinesis. Oh no. You don't really want to run Pyrokinesis just because the other moves are stronger. If I go with Bulk Up, they go Tsukame, I get a Baneful Bash off. So I think I'm just gonna go for that. I don't really see why not. Yes, I am doing my singing monsters. It's kind of always been stuck in my head as of recent. Boom! Yeah, there's Tsukame. We were assuming this was coming in. Let's just go for a Baneful. Painful will just get us, yeah, really solid damage on Tsukame. As they go for a Seesaw. Again, we don't really... Ow, that's Tone Death. That is a Tone Death Tsukame. And that hurt. That hurted. Well, there's no it's Tone Death. I can't get rid of any statuses that we can inflict if we can inflict. They're straight into Land Torch. They're gonna definitely flare. Ooh. I'm gonna try and heal. But they were Pyrokinesis, so chances of me surviving, I feel like, is not 0. Right? What did they do? I don't even know. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention. Guess I'll Meltdown. I just want to get rid of any items. Right? I feel like that's completely fair. Getting rid of an item. Ah, plushie. Okay. It's Rejuve. We can beat this then. If they're playing plushie, we can win this. They did go for pivot, and they're into Tsukame again. Well, they can't really beat Hog, right? If they go for a Seesaw, that's just bad for them, right? I don't really see any problem. Oh, no, I can just kill it, too. That works. I'm entirely down for that scenario. Vio is in. Vio kind of means we just keep going to Himber, because Vio really cannot touch Himber. So, this is going to be a big W if this works out. Yeah, Vio is just an excuse for Himber to come in. Stratagem, we should take nothing. Oh, look at that shield. And the guy's dead. The Tsukame, so they really can't take this very well. They actually go for Land Torch, okay. We get a good Ice Hammer here, but we're Restrictive Shield, and this thing has not been... Woo! That did a lot, to be honest. Does this kill? It could, actually. This could kill, honestly. Oh! It's a crit! It's a critical hit! No way. No way, dude. We landed a critical strike. What a dub. Mauermerk is in. In against my Himber. Let's just poke the waters. Dip our toes in the water here. See how much Ice Hammer is going to be dealing to this. Not enough to make this worth it. So we got to get out of here. But dude, we are tanking. Like, holy, we are tanking. This is insane, dude. Photosynthesis comes out. That is completely fair. They definitely want to stay healthy here. And again, there's literally no problem with that. We've kind of gotten the work done that we needed to. I'm just going to throw out a Deep Freeze. They can't go Land Torch now. So this is good. This is good. Da, 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 da. Dum, da, dum, da, dum. They get some other energy back, but I eviscerate all the health that they just got back in a single move. As their Rageful plushie comes out, who's gonna tell them? Ain't how it works, bud. We just killed Malmerk. Beautiful. Himber is still good into Vio, so we're gonna have to be playing Himber into Vio pretty much every time. As Joltooth is actually in. I would go Himber on Joltooth, but the real issue with that, it really is just, it has, Royal Decree, I think is what it's called. Makes it so it's, it can hit through my, immunity to electric, so we don't really want to go for that yet. We could definitely tank at least one hit if he doesn't go for any stat boosts. So if it comes down to it, I mean, not awful. Again, we are in a completely fine position. Well, is I can luster loot here. Get a little bit of my health back. Not bad in the slightest. Alright. I guess I can just luster loot again. I mean, I can beat this. This Brawn boost doesn't really mean anything in the slightest. So, I'm balling. I am a happy man here. I mean, yeah, I can actually just kill this and then go Himber on the other thing. Yeah, I don't think it really stops me from just killing this. I'm just gonna Luster Luke, gets me a little bit of health. Problem with Waba is you just can't let it get all these boosts. You really can't. It just does not work out. Not really boosts, but you cannot try to boost on Wobblisk. Yeah, there it is. Boosting on Waba is just a bad idea. It just doesn't end up doing anything. Vio is in. Nothing really stops Himber from coming in here and just going for a nice hammer to Spike Rush to just kill. Because we're just in a great spot in general. Go for a range attack boost. We could just Ice Hammer. How much do we take? Oh, and the Restrictive Shield helping us live all these hits, dude. Holy. Spike Rush might kill. I think it will. But boom. Oh my god, dude. What a pop-off for Himber, dude. Oh, didn't I already fight this guy? Like, last video, I think? Oh, no, it's this one. What's this freaking battle with the Your Snack? Oh god, it's gonna be the same thing. And I'm not excited for this. It should go a little bit better if I bring my hazards. So, I guess I can try. I wonder how this is gonna go. I could just go Ace Dorogo, but my problem is this player seems like the person that's just gonna always bring your snack. Just like no matter what, I don't think they can function without it. Maybe I go Tsukame. I just need at least one layer of barbs up early, right? That's all I really need. And if I go Protagon, I can put up some good offense with Dart Burst. The problem is the Plasmoth could come in. So it's kind of my reason of not wanting to bring it, because like Eliguana and Plasmoth exist. But outside of that, Protagon is really strong. There's also the existence of Cephalops, which Dorogo could like switch in like once at least against it. So it's kind of up to what we want to do here, because if I go Dorogo, Awakening's basically just Ace but weaker. So I could do this, and it's probably gonna be fine. It's just not gonna be fun breaking through that Your Snack again that this person is obsessed with. Why is everyone leading Land Torch today? I don't understand, man. What is with everyone leading the stupid paper torch? If they go Your Snack, I'm gonna lose it. No, they go Cephalops. Okay. They're playing this more aggressive, which I'm entirely up for, because last time this was profoundly boring. So I'm going to try to go Simon and get a layer up if I can. I don't know, this team just doesn't seem like one I would be ever happy to fight. Also, this is definitely Goggles looking at that damage. I'm going to try to get at least one hazard layer up, and if they end up going into Eliguana, yeah, they're just spamming that now. Okay, if I go Tsukame here, they wouldn't really want to stay in, so I guess I could get some kind of strong pivot now that I have barbs up. Yeah, this is Cephalop's gonna be a problem, I think. Most definitely. Just because it's gonna be a little hard to beat it. Oh, they're just going to get rid of them immediately. Okay. I have no real problem with this. That did not do much. I thought that'd do a bit more. I can do this. And I can go for an earthquake. Like, I can do this, and they would just lose El Iguana if they did this. But right now, I'm in a good spot. In terms of being able to use, like, go for damage, I'm in a good spot. They're debating if they want to do it. They're probably going to end up actually... Okay, I was going to say, they're probably going to end up actually doing it just because, I don't know. I think this is... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, like, this is the kind of player that genuinely cannot do anything if there's not a Yursnack on their team. So, I know it's also heavy armor. So yeah, this is... I'm actually just going to keep hitting it, honestly. I'm going to keep hitting it. Because if I can break through this thing early, I think I'm in a good spot. Hey, what are they going into? They could go Cephalops, I guess. I am restrictive shield, though. We'll have to see how this is going to work out. But no, this person can't function if they don't have Yursnack on their team, so I just kind of have to play around that fact that I know it's always going to be coming in. Yeah, they do just go Cephalops. I don't do enough damage now that I don't have Awakening anymore. Yeah, I don't do enough damage right now. I could risk going Tsukame knowing Tsunami's coming out. And if that works out, then I think I'm in a fine spot to just, like, maybe rejuvenate? I'm not sure. Oh, they do just go for Soul Drain. That makes sense, yeah. They were expecting that. But no, sheesh. This has not been a very enjoyable fight so far. I don't know why, but Yursnack just kind of ruins the fun of most games for me. It's just fat and annoying. I don't see any reality where I can kill Cephalops reliably. I'd have to go Dorogo, and I'd have to, like... I'd have to get boosts or something. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But we're going to see how this goes. I do get an Earthquake off on Yursnack. I hope people are having fun watching this fight, because this is so enjoyable. I hope people are having fun. Isn't Yursnack such an interactive Loomian to go up against? It's so much fun. I feel like I'm really thinking about my moves here. I mean, they're just gonna go back into Cepha. Yeah, they're just gonna be boring. Not really boring. They are playing well. Not really. They're kind of just going Yursnack. Never a fun day when there's a Yursnack involved. I guess if I did Waba into Hog, I don't think Hog ever outspeeds it, even in Soul Burst. But I guess we can see what move they go for, right? They go for Tsunami. Yeah, that makes sense. It does indeed make sense. If I do this, I have Ignorant, but that's not really the ability that I want. If I go Hog, I don't live. I don't really see how I can possibly win at this point. Maybe I could stall the energy for as long as possible. Then I get a +1 with Theo. And then go for Draco, but then I can't break through El Iguana, but I'd have Clutch plushie. But El Iguana hasn't been chipped yet. So if I go Hog, they're going to Tsunami. Or if I just go Dorogo, the problem is at that point Tatap can kind of just win. It would kind of be a thing as if Hognosh lives the Tsunami from Cephalops, which is probably not likely. So if I go Dorogo, I get an ability that's not really useful to me. It doesn't really do that much. But if I kill Cephalops, Hoganosh is in a great spot. So I do think I could probably just go Dorogo. I think this is probably fine. And then I can just Draco Beam into a Primal Slash. And it should hopefully deal enough. They could also just go Iguana on this. And then Flash and Flee. Which they can easily do. Which kind of makes me want to Power Focus. Predicting that. Because then if they do that, I get to Dark Surge. Which they don't really want to tank that. Despite it not doing... It won't do that much. But it might deal enough to dissuade them from wanting to... I don't know. We're going to see what happens. I don't see a lot going well here. Okay, yeah, they knew I'd want to try something. Okay. We're not hitting too hard right now, but we do still have... Oh, they can just break my Clutch Plushie, huh? Oh, they didn't break it. That's a little shocking. I guess they're Gain Drain. The Gain Drain, Baffle, Slap, Heartbreak. Yeah, they don't have priority. I'm just going to Dark Surge this then. I am Clutch Plushie, so I'm like totally fine right now. I don't know. Oh, I don't kill this though with a +1 Dark Surge, unfortunately. Oh, I do. Bruh, what is going on? Why is Dorogo winning this game? Dorogo doesn't kill Iguana, though. It just doesn't. But I get the damage that I need here on Iguana, I feel like. I don't know, I just don't think this is ever going to kill. Yeah, it just doesn't. I do go for Flash. Am I too far ahead at this point? In, like, damage in general? That's Wendelin. This is probably Boots, right? I guess the only thing I could do is go Himber, right? That's like my only real option that I have, is to go Himber. I can really only do this. And I'm not Restrictive Shield, but I don't think a Tsunami kills. I'm trying to think if Hognosh can win. It can bulk up, right? But I don't know if it would work on Wendelin. I needed to keep Dorogo alive, though. I needed to keep Dorogo alive. The only way I can win right now is if Dorogo kills the Cephalops somehow. Because that's the only real way I'm winning. Otherwise, they could risk Soul Drain killing Himber, which most likely it will, because it's Goggles boosted. And I'm not Restrictive Shield anymore. But they don't have the most amount of energy to work with on their Cephalops right now. So I don't know. They're clearly thinking really hard about what they want to do. I still have Hoganosh in the back. I just don't know how I want to go about it. Because they actually go Iguana. I guess they're trying to energy stall, right? But it doesn't really do too much when I can just Spike Rush and just kill it. Nothing really stops Spike Rush, so... I can just kill Iguana and nothing really happens. I mean, they're just going to go Cephalops now, right? Unless they're just not confident in the slightest that they're going to kill with Soul Drain, which is what they need to click. They need to click Soul Drain, I think. Unless I Spike Rush here, so Draco Beam has enough damage to kill, right? But then if I do that, and he gets his health back with Soul Drain, it's just over, right? But Draco Beam should be able to kill Cephalops in this range. Despite not even being ace boosted, it's still a 135 base power move, but it's coming off of Dorogo's moves. I think I'll just go for Earthquake, and if this is a throw I threw... Okay, yeah, it might have been a throw. We're going to see. Because now I have to go into Dorogo to Draco Beam, and it should guarantee pick up a kill. And if it ends up being on Cephalops, then I think I'm gonna have to go. I can't go Hog. I mean, I can go Hog if it's Soul Drain, right? I have to risk a Draco Beam killing here. So let's see what happens. And then I don't know if Ognosh has the bulk to actually kill Wendelin in this range. We'll have to see. Can this kill? No, it does not. Yeah. I had a feeling it wouldn't. Yeah. I had a feeling it wasn't going to kill because I just didn't have enough damage. This is the last thing that I can do, but I severely doubt I live any hit. But if I do, I'd have to bulk up and then just kill it, but I don't have enough bulk in general. So I just have to hope that I kill Cephalops and I outspeed it. But it doesn't, I don't believe I have any speed on it. And everything that I've sent in so far has been slower than it. But my team is generally slow. And Cephalops is, I don't believe run a lot of, I don't think I have the speed advantage. I kind of accidentally paused. So I apologize for that. Yeah, no, I can't win this. There's nothing I can do. There was no possible way I could have won just because I had nothing for the Cephalops. If I had Spike Rushed with Himber, I would have won, which was the safest option that I had. Because I guess even if they Soul Drained, it would have been fine. Yeah, not much I can do here. They'd have to miss somehow, but Wendelin can't really miss, so... But yeah, so is the life of people that use your snack. I mean, it wasn't really, your snack didn't really do anything. It was kind of just there. RIP. You know, I'll say that was a solid success. I mean, I think in the first battle it really showed how strong this can be, and I do think that Restrictive Shield, or Restrictive Item on Himber in general, is a very good idea because of its monstrous bulk and its insanely strong neutral coverage. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed, and I will see everyone in the next one. Adios!